Here we are right back again. This is 5 Minutes With. I'm your host, Jamar Suber. And as you know, I talk to amazing entrepreneurs who push us to go higher. And today I'm with Mindy McManus of Mindy's Executive Coaching. Man, you're in for a treat. Welcome to the show, Mindy.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
You know, one thing I love about your business is that you help that person who's in management and some spaces transition to the C-suite. Tell us about your passion behind working with this type of person.
Sure. I've worked with many leaders at different levels, and my passion around here is because when people want to move to those higher level leadership roles, there's some things that just nobody tells you. There's this unwritten rules. There's this magical line that nobody talks about, that what got you to be successful here is not going to help you to be successful up here. There's actually a book that's called What Got You Here Won't Get You There by Marshall Goldsmith. But there's still these things that people do that got them to be really successful, but it's really going to degrade their credibility up here. And so there's such a transformation that happens when people come through coaching, especially when they're wanting to reach that next level because they're humble, they're hungry, they want to learn, they want to grow, they want to be the best leader that they can be. And I want to help them because the higher up the leaders go, the culture of that leader will then transcend to be the culture of the organization. And so the more people that we can put in those top levels that are good leaders, which we know there's our great leaders and there's some not so great leaders. And so that's why I've actually joined a company called C-Suite for Christ, and really helping to bring the business and Christ together, because we don't talk about Christ enough in our organizations. And how do we as Christians work at that level when we've got so many different evil things bombarding us, so many different things that might go against our values. And so I really like to work with people and help them follow their Christian faith as they are leading. And how do you lead like Jesus? How do you profess Christ in your organization? And then provide a way for them to get together with each other. And that's why I really love C-Suite for Christ, because they provide that offering for them. I spoke at one of their chapters, and it was just amazing, to be around like-minded people who are both Christian and business executives or business owners. And we've just found it to be such an extraordinary experience. You don't know what you need until you find it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love the focus. One of the original reasons, reasons Jesus walked the earth was to bring God's kingdom to earth, his kingdom of heaven to earth. And in order to do that, you have to establish culture, language, all of these things when establishing the kingdom. Absolutely. And it sounds like your organization is at the forefront of that. Talk to us a bit about the mindset that it takes to be able to implement Christ into the workplace versus what we're used to.
Well, the mindset is simple. It's the daily surrender to God and surrendering your life to God and his will and where he wants to lead you. So often we are constantly trying to do things on our own. And I find myself doing that too, which is why I help other people. And we have to learn how to sit and be quiet. Because God whispers, the devil yells. And so it's really about helping people have that mindset. I've brought people back to God not even knowing it because of how I role model God in my coaching. I don't always bring it up because it's not always there. I don't coach all Christians. But what has been amazing is once I've started putting it out there that I am a Christian, that I am a coach, and that I'm with C-Suite for Christ, now all the clients that I'm getting a lot more clients who are already Christians. So helping them walk their Christian faith and in the business. And helping them to see where they might be, what's the word I'm looking for, going against their values or making those tiny little white lies. But they build and they grow. And it's how do we not get there in the first place? Or if we do get there, how do we overcome that? Because there's nothing worse than being a Christian and people that you work for have no idea that you're a Christian.
Man, I'm elated that you came onto the show. And as we wrap up, I want you to leave the viewers and the listeners just with one thing to help in this shifting from middle management to C-suite, but also carrying your Christian values with you.
Absolutely. And I would just say mindset. Just having that growth mindset and just understanding that you are able to do all the things that you can do and moving from that area, but shifting that mindset of I don't know everything. And understanding that you're not the end all be all and that God helps out. When you're able to bring God into the situation, that transition becomes a lot easier, especially when you're able to have a coach who can then see some of the things. So I'm working with someone right now, and she had no idea she was apologizing too much. Every little thing she kept apologizing. I was like, executive presence. We don't apologize. Unless we really, really, really mess up, we don't apologize. And so really it's about owning who you are, owning whose you are with God and with Christ, and just living out your values every day. And if you do that, then you're always going to be successful.
Well, thank you very much for coming on, Mindy. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
If you want to learn more about Mindy's executive coaching and C-Suite for Christ, please log on to dailynewsnetwork.com. Thank you for watching and listening to 5 Minutes With, and I'm your host, Jamar Suber.